Aight, motherfuckers, what's up? Some of y'all wanted a rawaccel tutorial how to set it up and everything, so I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna walk you through that shit. First thing you want to do is you want to come over to this link, I'll leave it in the description. You want to download it, and then once you download it, you'll get a folder like this. You'll see installer.exe right here. You run that, or restart your computer. Once you restart your computer, you click rawaccel.exe, you open it, and this is where you're gonna get started. Alright, so I'll be showing you the two types of curves that I use. If either of these don't work for you, I'd recommend just experimenting. Or maybe rawaccel just isn't for you. I thought it wasn't for me, but I found some shit I like, and I've been rolling with it for about 2 weeks now. So the first type of curve I'll show you is a low sensitivity when you're doing micro adjustments, and a high sensitivity that ramps up when you have to do very long flicks or 180 of flash or whatever. So you just want to load into the range on Valorant, put up 50 or 100 bots, whatever the fuck you want. You want to hit start, and you just want to find a low sensitivity that feels really comfortable and consistent for you, doing all the actions and motions that you would do in game. My rule for rawaccel is I don't go above 0.3 sensitivity, 800 DPI, so that'd be 0.15 if you're on 1600 DPI, because the higher sensitivity you go, it kind of defeats the purpose of using rawaccel in the first place. So yeah, you find a low sensitivity that you can track at any distance. Long distance will obviously be the easiest on a low sensitivity. So once you found a sensitivity that you're comfortable with for micro adjustments and tracking, you can start actually making your curve. So you open up rawaccel. I recommend a classic curve for this low sensitivity and high sensitivity for long flicks. To start off, put a power down here. Anything above 2, if you know calculus, a power of 2 it'll revert it back to linear curve automatically. You don't need to know calculus for this shit, but if you do, you'll understand why. So just put anything that isn't exactly 2, anything above 2, it'll stay on classic curve. And what this power does is it changes how fast your curve will ramp up. So I recommend anything between 2.2 and 3 as a good starting point. You want to put your cap output to whatever you're comfortable with. This will cap what your sensitivity accelerates to. I usually do 2 because I don't mind the double sensitivity. Some people leave it at 1.5. You could just do whatever feels comfortable for you. So here for acceleration, sort of like power, it'll change how fast your curve ramps up. This is just all personal preference, but I would not go above 0.05. Some people do 0.125, some people do 0.25, some people do 0.3. I personally do 0.4. And lastly, you want to look at your input offset. This will be how fast you can move your mouse before it actually starts accelerating. And this changes with DPI and just your desk space and how fast you move in general. For me, at 800 DPI and the way I move my mouse, I found that 15 is pretty comfortable. It doesn't accelerate until I need it to, unless I'm making a big movement like this. So yeah, that's how I made this curve. I would recommend playing around with it yourself, seeing what you like the best. And here's what that'll look like in game. You'll see that it's a constant low sensitivity for all these micro adjustments or anything that I need to do, but it'll ramp up if I ever need to do 180 or anything. So yeah, that's what this curve looks and feels like. And now for the second type of curve here, we'll be going up to linear. This type of curve will be a constant acceleration. It will have no input offset. So before you even get started on that, I want you to turn it off and then go back into Valorant. And here you'll do the same thing as you were doing before. I would recommend having a lower sensitivity than you did on the original curve, because this one will be accelerating constantly. So find a sensitivity that feels just slightly too low when you're moving around, but make sure it still feels good when you're close to somebody, on somebody's head. You want it to be like some fucking aim assist, aimbot shit. So once you found a sensitivity you're comfortable with in game, go up to here, go to linear, hit apply, and it's the same premise as last time. Cap output, you could put it to whatever you're comfortable with. I do too, because I don't mind doubling my sensitivity at the max, if I even get there. You don't usually get there. For acceleration, same thing as last time, whatever you're comfortable with. And I still wouldn't go above 0.05. And even with constant acceleration, I still feel comfortable with 0.04, so I used to use that. And now if we go back to Valorant here, you can see the graph on the bottom, and it constantly accelerates with how fast I move. And even on this really low sensitivity, I could still 180 a flash if I need, or turn around, turn on somebody, whatever I need to do. But it'll still be very slow when it's on somebody's head and you're trying to do those little micro adjustments. So yeah, I hope this helped. Those are the two types of curves that I'm most experienced with. There's a lot more that you could do. You could try to experiment with anything. You could try to experiment with any of these settings. You could do whatever you want. I doubt that my specific settings will be perfect for you or perfect for anybody. So just go sit in the range, sit in the aim trainer, Kovacs, aim labs, and just take the time to get your settings dialed into whatever feels the best for you. So thank you. I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate all the love on the rawaccel vid. I didn't expect to get that many views. I just do all this shit for fun anyway, so I appreciate it a lot. Alright, I'm out. Peace.